Hello guys, welcome to UNC virtual class. On today's lectures, I am going to discuss one of very important fact of the microprocessor field, that's your ARM emulators. Here is a table of contents which I will discuss on today's class one by one. First I will discuss introduction about the ARM emulators. After that I will discuss features of emulators. Then after I will discuss function of emulators. After that I will discuss emulator models. Then after I will discuss model initialization sequence, and lastly I will discuss all over the advantages and application of the given emulators. So now to start our initial concept, that's your ARM emulators. Here emulator is one of the software development tools provided by the development system business unit of ARM Limited to all the users of ARM based chips. It owes its heritage to the early development of the instruction set by Sophie Wilson. That means it is one part of the cross development toolkits, and by using this given ARM emulators, here we have to easily debugging in dynamical way and also evaluating the ARM code without using the given ARM processor chips. Okay, and also the ARM emulators to be provides different types of mechanisms whenever we have to need designing any types of embedded software elements. Here the emulators to be provides in very clock accuracy ways we have to designing this given embedded applications. And here the emulator also to be provides for designing any types of applications through the help of coprocessor and thumb instructions, that's to be also possible. And if the programmer to be needed for viewing all over the data elements for interacting with the given memory interface, that to be also possible. That means here the memory mapped and the coprocessor instruction expansion and the thumb instructions related job executions instantly by using your dynamical ways, that to be very easily possible by using one emulator software, that's your ARM emulators. Okay, so now goes to our next concept, that's your features of emulator. Here emulator is written in C and provides more than just an instruction set simulators. It provides a virtual platform for system emulation. It comes to ready emulate and ARM processor and certain ARM coprocessor. If the processor is part of an embedded systems, then license may extend the emulators to add their own implementation of the additional hardware to the emulators models. That means here emulator provides a number of services to help with the time based behaviors and event scheduling and ships with the example of memory mapped and coprocessor expansion. And in this way they can use emulator to emulate their entire embedded systems. A key limitation here for emulators is that it can only simulate a single ARM CPU at one time, although almost all ARM cores up to R11s. That means here the emulator softwares that to be designing by using the given high level language, that's your programming C, and also that to be uses some other application simulator language code for designing one interactive emulator through which when the programmers to be executing any types of job, and in this case any types of coprocessor code to be required for executing. So in this case the ARM emulator provides for expanding the given emulator softwares for adding new coprocessor codes, and it's all over the implementation like your open source softwares methods through which we have to easily work out in very few nanoseconds. And another mechanisms that we provides how that to be handling in accuracy way when any job that to be executes to the help of time quantum. That means by using your timing quantum mechanisms, time scheduling mechanisms, or maybe that to be using any types of other CPU scheduling mechanisms for executing all over the job in an accuracy way. Here also we have to use the ARM emulator concept. Okay. So now goes to our next concept, that's your function of armulators. The armulator locates the models, then calls the initialization functions, then after it passing in a pointer to a structure containing a list of pointers that the model should fill in with implementation functions. Then after, the model should also register an exit of call functions, where during at the time of initialization of the code execution to free any state it sets up. That means when the armulators simulator to be works upon for executing any types of job or any types of services, here first the armulator to be initialize the given model elements. That means which version of the armulator software that to be uses for executing the current job executions. After that, it to be checked all over the functional elements, all over the pre-built functions that to be ready for the given job execution or not. So that for accessing all over the functions, pre-built functions through the help of its address, it uses one pointer concept, one pointer structures by using one functions. That's sure to exit call functions. Okay. Then goes to our next concept, that's your armulator models. Here in general way, the armulator models to be provides different types of armulator models. But by default, in case of initial concept of RISC concept, here it to be provides two types of armulator models. The first armulator models was made of open source and is the basic for the GNU version of armulators. The main key difference are in the memory interface and services, and here also the instruction decode is done very differently. The GNU armulators is available as a part of GDB debuggers in the ARM GNU tools. That means the armulator model 1 to be provides all over the functionality like your open source softwares. That means here it to be provides all over the internal logical structure of the given softwares, and also to be provides all over its physical existence. That means how it to be executed and provides the desired outcomes as the programmers to be given inputs. Okay, and also another facilities here that to be provides here, the memory interface is very different as comparison to other emulator softwares. That means here the memory to be used different for the given operand and the given resultant outcomes. Okay, so now goes to our next modeling concept in case of ARM armulators, that's your ARM armulator model 2. Here the armulator 2 formed the basic for the high accuracy cycle callable co-verification models of ARM processor. Those co-processor models that to be required for C accurate cycle simulators, here that to be basis on the many co-verification system for ARM processor. That means, as you know, in case of ARM processor, when it to be execute any types of instructions, how that to be executes by using your pipelining concept. But whenever we have using the given pipelining concept, in this case all over the time quantum to be calculated per cycle seconds. Okay, but whenever we have to executing any job by using your armulator model softwares, in case of armulator model 2, here all over the job to be executes in independent way. After the job executions, then it to be counting the cycle periods. That means in this case all over the job to be executes without the help of pipelining concept. Okay, here is some examples of the armulator model 2 version softwares. That's your STD 2.5, STD 2.5.1, through which when we have to execute any types of job, before the job compilations, it to be checks all over the co-built or inbuilt functions that to be ready for its execution or not. Okay, so now goes to our next concept, that's your model initialization sequence. That means how all over the data that to be executes when that to be implementing by using the condition of coprocessor or the ARM coprocessor concept. Here first the model initialization functions are called in the following orders. First, it will be designing the emulator core models. Then after, it will be uses any model versions like your model version 1 or model version 2. That means by using your open source software mechanisms, or maybe that will be uses the given timing cycle quantum mechanisms. Then after, it will be designing its memory interface. That means the memory to be used for the operand and its destination location same or maybe difference. That to be checked by using your early basic model concept. Then after, it to be uses the coprocessor models. As you know, the coprocessor models to be used whenever the user to be needs for creating any types of additional functionality in user mode ways. In this case, we have to use the coprocessor concept. That means, as you know, in case of ARM processors, that to be provide 6 types of data types. But whenever the programmer to be need for executing any types of high level data program executions, like your scientific applications, like your electrical applications, like your any architectural field applications, in this case, the programmers to be required for designing different high level data types. In this case, these high level data types to be easily created by using one concept that's to be known as coprocessor models. After that, it to be provides another concept, that's your operating system models. That means, as you know, the operating systems to be used when the end user to be needs for user friendly work with the given system. Similarly, how the user to be easily interact with the ARM processor with the help of ARM emulator. Here the ARM emulator also to be provide some user friendly environmental functions through which the user to be very easily interact and executes their job in accuracy ways. Then after, it to be provide some late basic models. That means, if we have to need for executing any types of data elements in dynamical way, here it to be provides different types of dynamical version elements through which we have to debug and also verify all over the data in consistency ways. Okay. Now goes to our next concept, that's your advantages of the given ARM emulators. Here the first advantage is that's your high performance. That means the ARM accumulators that to be used for designing any types of high technical components elements. That means very easily we have to implement this concept for developing any types of new innovative technical applications. That means at a time, if we have to execute any types of ARM instruction code that may be 10,000 host data elements, here that to be executed simultaneously. Okay, and also that to be executes multiple number of data in very rapid ways, maybe that to be consumes very nanoseconds. Then after, it to be provides another advantages, that's your good accuracy. That means, as you know, accuracy means all over the data, all over the resultant data that to be provides on the free error prone natures. That means without any errors, all over the desired outcomes to be generates in few time periods. Okay. Then after, it to be provides another concept, that's your allow runtime debugging. As you know very well, at the time of intermediate positions, if the programmer to be needs for updating any types of code elements, that to be possible in case of ARM emulators. And also that to be provides another concept, that's your dynamical linking through the help of software debugger and graphics debuggers, through which all over the error prone code to be detected, and after that, that to be avoiding by using some algorithm concept. And here also that to be uses some prototyping concept through which we have to implement all over the code in high level format. Then goes to our next advantages, that's your testing challenge. As here that to be executes 1000 millions number of host code simultaneously in 1 megahertz speed, so that in this case the test challenges is very high. That means it consumes much more time for executing the given job. Why it consumes much more time? Because it to be consumes much more time due to encoding all over the data elements by using your high level programming codes. So when we have to execute 1000 programming C codes, so obviously that to be requires much more time for its executions. So that here the testing challenges is very high. Now goes to our next advantages, that's your co-verification models. That means, as you know, here the ARM Armulator Model 1 that to be provides open source mechanisms. So it to be provides another facilities for creating a new innovative models by acquiring all over the features of the previous model elements that to be possible very easily in case of ARM Armulators. Okay. Now goes to our next advantages, that's your just-in-time compilations. As you know, just-in-time compilations to be possible when we have to declare all over the data variables value in static OS. That means before the data compilation, if we have to assigning all over the data value, only that to be required for its executions, here that to be uses the just-in-time compilations. As here all over the memory space to be declared before the job executions, so that the data executions in case of compilations that to be possible just in time manner. Now goes to our next advantages, that's your broad range platform. As you know, the platform terms to be initiated in which field all over the data that to be executes. That means the environment of the given softwares where that to be executes. The ARM emulator softwares that to be executes in cross-platform development area. That means every operating systems to be supports the given ARM emulators for designing any types of embedded applications. Okay, that means on today's lectures we have to learn about the ARM emulators. So why we have used the ARM emulator concept in case of ARM processors? As you know, the ARM processor to be designed for executing any types of real life embedded applications in accuracy manners, and also the ARM processor to be used for developing any types of entertaining applications in very consistency ways. So that we have required some application softwares through which we have to extending all over the existing code in future reference. That means here the ARM emulator softwares to be provides for creating any types of embedded designing applications, for avoiding all over the error prone codes, and also how all over the data to be executes in dynamical ways, so that it uses different types of methodology and different types of protocols. As you know, in case of processor, when the processors to be starting its executions, it to be requires two component elements. One is the ready state elements and another one is the running state elements. Similarly, here the ARM emulator one type of running statements of the given ARM processors. Suppose the ARM processor to be assigning any job executions, here the ARM emulators to be checks this job to be executes by using your dynamical data elements or by using your static data elements. If that to be executes static data elements, so here the data executes by using its priority queue manners. Then after we have to learn what are the function of the given ARM emulators. The ARM emulator main functions that to be debugging all over the dynamical data executions and co-verification of the models which is to be designing by its previous version model features. Okay. Then after we have to learn how initialize all over the pre-built functions on the current job executions. Here the pre-built functions to be initialized by using one functions, that's your to call startup functions, through which all over the data that to be executes in priority ways. Okay. Then after we have to learn the different models of the given ARM emulators. That means the emulator model 1 and another one is the emulator model 2. In case of emulator model 1, we have to execute all over the data elements on open source mechanism ways, where the code free, internal code is very free for existing or creating any types of new applications. Then after we have to learn the co-processors ARM emulator 2 models, where the verification of the code to be compulsory required before creation of the new one. Then after we have to learn different advantages or application of the given ARM emulators. That means why we have to use the ARM emulators. In general way, the ARM emulators to be used for providing CPU throughput much more ways. That means per second it to be executes much more number of instructions as comparison to normal PC. That means if any PC that to be executes the job per second, here this given per second, the ARM emulators to be executes 10,000 millions number of instructions. So that here the CPU throughput is much more. And after that, another concept that to be provides here, the memory interface or debugging code that to be different. That means always it to be takes some memory location for the data operand accept and another one locations to be required for destination resultant outcomes. That means the resultant outcomes to be stored in different locations and also the operand to be stored another different locations. That means it follows the von Neumann concept, where all over the data value to be stored independent ways. Okay. So for today's class, that's all. If any conflict or confuse in your mind, then you can ask me with the help of comment box. That's all. Thanking thou.